Joining us again for another episode of Roads and Places. Today we will be going to the cliff, which is in Nakuru National Park. By the way, stick around to the end of the video, there will be a sunrise surprise. So as soon as the A104, the Nairobi-Nakuru highway, divides into two and becomes a dual carriageway, you want to take a left going to where the Kenya Pipeline have their depot. All these trucks are waiting to get into the depot for oil. Considering the road is not a major road, it is a little bit well maintained, a bit of potholes here and there, but definitely no road markings. What I remember distinctly about this road is how wide it was. It was very wide. Using Google Maps, you might miss the entry into the gate because Google Maps took us a little bit farther than we expected and we missed the gate, and you'll be seeing it coming into focus right now. That's where we were supposed to take a left turn. So once we realized we had missed the entry into the park, we had to do a U-turn. There were no places to do a U-turn. We drove for probably a kilometer going down and we couldn't find anywhere to do the U-turn, so we did it right on the road when it became safe for us to do a U-turn. We found this pride of lions eating right on the side of the road. From this gate to get to the cliff will take us around an hour. It is a journey of around 25 kilometers on a rough graded road, and just getting into the park, the first thing that we encountered was that there was a fire going on within the park. You'll be seeing later in the videos, the fire actually burnt through the whole night. Down the side of the hill, we start getting a view of Lake Nakuru. This was our first glimpse at Lake Nakuru since we got into the park. They do seem to take good care of this road. I would say any vehicle would make it to the cliff. It doesn't matter if it was raining or not, because it doesn't look like the road gets muddy. I can tell you that you do get to see a bit of wildlife. If you'd like to see photos of wildlife we saw whilst we were driving, why don't you follow the page on Instagram? I'll be posting some as soon as I upload this video on YouTube. The drive itself is not as engaging because you get to drive long periods without any incident until you meet a vehicle coming from the other side. And because the road has a lot of corners, you have to be careful about the kind of speed that you're doing. Guys, we were already excited about the place. You get a view immediately as soon as you drive in. You start seeing through the spaces between the tents, you start seeing the lake, and it looked really nice. As we looked over the lake, we could still see the fire going on. Tents are set on top of a cliff overlooking the lake, so you're getting a front row view to the lake. I really liked this tent because we had an uninterrupted view of the lake. So the tent has a small porch where you could sit outside and watch the lake and look at the lake. Getting in, you get into this area. The decor inside was really nice. This is a reading light and a place for you to read. They have really nice soft chairs. They don't have baby cots, so if your child doesn't sleep in a cot, they would have to sleep in a single bed like the one they set up on the side. You get these 3 little bottles at the top as keepsakes, so you can carry those. We did our travel during the COVID period, so they have a small kit there as well for you with masks, sanitizers. One of the drawers of the room is this tub that has a view to the outside. You get a his and hers sink, bathroom sink. Toilet is past those green curtains, which will be a perfect segue for us to have a look at the food that they serve at the cliff. Their food was really good, small quantities, but you can ask for as much as you want. The wildfire burnt through the night, and we could see the flames in the darkness. As we were leaving, we saw at the airstrip the crew that was battling the fire, the wildfire. They were refueling, I think. Because it's an active runway, we were unable to stop and take photos of it. We only had around an hour before our game pass for the 24 hours expired, so we couldn't stop as much. But getting into the gate, we still had 15 minutes to spare, so that was a nice drive too. So I would say that was a really nice trip. We really enjoyed being at the cliff. The staff, excellent. We enjoyed our time there. I would highly recommend going to the cliff again. So if you like the kind of content we put out, please subscribe and share the content. Also follow us on our social media pages. We are at Off Roads and Places. As I promised you, in 3 minutes of the sunrise we got at the cliff on a time lapse. We'll be seeing you on the next one. Wherever the road takes you, may it be full of joy.